Welcome to the first episode of 2025. This is Coast to Coast, Customer Success in Practice, where we explore the evolving world of customer success. I'm Catalina.
And I'm Tamara, and we are so excited to kick off the new year with a hot topic that is on every customer success manager's mind, which is what is in and what is out for 2025 in customer success.
Yeah. And let's start with what's out in 2025. So things that we want to kind of stop doing in this new year so that we can set ourselves and our teams up for success. And the first thing that's out that comes to mind is reactive customer support.
Bye.
This, yeah. Bye
Bye.
bye. This used to be the norm, but it's outdated. It's old. Customers expect proactive solutions. They don't want firefighters.
Totally. I mean, being reactive, it damages trust. It
Mhm.
wastes time. I mean, Kat and I talked a lot about this in our previous episodes, but we really want to, in 2025, focus on building frameworks to anticipate issues before they're arising and systems that anticipate issues before they arise.
Exactly. Okay, so what else is out? Another thing that's out is static dashboards. Static data does not cut it anymore. We are growing and moving too quickly, so we need more than just static data.
Yeah, I mean, that's spot on. With AI being so prevalent in the work that we're doing, and a lot of us seeing kind of the future of AI, it's very clear that with tools like Gainsight, we're going to be able to stay more ahead of what is changing in customer needs and what needs are, what our health metrics are in real time. So those static dashboards are out, and real-time data and managing that with tools like Gainsight and using AI is in.
Yes, absolutely. And then finally, one size fits all playbook, though that is out. We need things that are more personalized. They don't reflect the unique needs of diverse customer bases. And mentioning AI, we're going to talk more about it in like just a little bit. But given that, we need to evolve and have a more dynamic approach to serving a wide set of customers.
Totally. I think that, one of the things that we really want to focus on and think about, especially kind of in line with that, is segmented strategies that are catering specifically to personas of customers and specific types of customers in our industry, specific goals. And so, like, kind of really thinking through that segmentation is going to be part of what's in, and using that segmentation with our tools like Gainsight and with AI and with our other tools to really get at on a bigger one-to-many scale what our customers need.
Yes. So, Tam, you're already diving in. So let's just get to it.
That's
What's
it.
in for
I'm excited.
2025? Yeah. For 2025, the first big trend that, of course, we have to talk about is AI and automation, the power of intelligent assistants. And, it's not just a buzzword anymore, it's a necessity. So many of our tools use it right now as we record. It's being used, it's going to create our transcript and be able to synthesize what we're talking about. It's amazing. So we need to embrace it and figure out how to embed it and incorporate it in our day to day.
Totally. And I think and maybe Kat and I will talk about this in a future episode. I think really using AI in the right way. I think there are probably ways that using AI could take you astray with some of this work. So really kind of thinking about how we could use it to hyper personalize just kind of large data sets to better have predictive science, predictive data on what our customers need so that we can really kind of create tailored solutions more proactively.
Exactly. It's also about being efficient. It helps take over any repetitive tasks and it allows customer success managers to focus on strategic relationships and value driven conversations. I think about how can I use AI and technology to take care of those like boring tasks so that I can focus on like the human aspect of my job because AI can't replace the relationships you build with your customers.
And that part is so important, especially when you're in a situation with a non-renewal or if there's a churn risk. That relationship really carries you through. So I'm glad you said that, Kat. I think, speaking of churn risks, I think AI will help us to better predict the churn risks and to better have plans in place for churn prevention in 2025. So I think
Hmm.
we'll be able to have better analytics to help us identify at-risk customers and just kind of really intervene. Before it gets too escalated. And of course, there will be situations where it's escalated, we'll need to intervene. But trying to be a little bit more proactive about that and kind of getting to that before we have to be, like you said, like fighting fires,
Hmm.
I think will be really helpful with AI.
Yeah, absolutely.
Awesome. So I think, we're seeing shifts in our work. And, Kat and I are seeing kind of here are some things that are in ins and outs for the customer success work. But something that's also shifting is the customer success manager's role. So it's not just about retention, right? We're not just looking at GRR and NRR. We're looking at growth drivers in 2025.
Exactly. Yeah. I mean, customer success managers are increasingly responsible for upsells and cross sells and account expansion. And really, we have to think about like what is our contribution to revenue growth.
Totally. I think it's a different conversation also, but really thinking about value
Mhm.
demonstration. And we've
Yeah.
talked a lot about, value demonstration and value realization on our teams, but teams have to be able to show their impact to business metrics. So how much has, the customer's lifetime value and revenue is important, but that value realization is going to be
Mhm.
a big part of like those metrics.
Yeah. Hearing you say that, Tam, it just makes me think that like CSMs should start thinking a little bit more like sales teams while maintaining their focus on customer success in this trend as we see moving into 2025. So now let's shift to our third trend of what's in, which is personalized experiences. So I mentioned this a little bit a few moments ago, but having those like human interactions and allowing the CSM to really think about how do we make this more personalized. I think now customers really expect interactions to be tailored to their unique needs.
Absolutely. And we've seen that actually, it's so interesting. We've been doing some account transitions on our team. And when the customer is sad to lose their customer success manager, even though they're being replaced with one that's equally as wonderful and supportive, it shows just, the testament to that relationship piece and them knowing that like the service and the person that they've come to rely on is so important. So I love that call out, Kat. I think we're really thinking about like tailored communication. We're thinking about a customer feeling the same level of support as whether they're on a call, whether they're on a chat, whether they're on an app. We want them to feel like they're connected to the brand, not
Mhm.
necessarily to the person. They're just very connected to the brand, to the company.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I mean, this makes me think that like it's not just like a nice to have. It's almost like we need to make sure this is
Yeah,
part of our practice because it drives that deep engagement, that loyalty, and I mean, and that's what, customer success managers can really help shape and form, which is like that loyalty, that year to year retention and growth, all because we are personalizing that experience.
absolutely. I think, Kat, we can't over index on that enough. I don't think.
Hmm.
That's a really important piece. So having the right balance between how we're using tools like Gainsight and AI and how we're fostering relationships and ensuring, customer loyalty, that's going to be a big in for 2025. I also think we need to talk about this idea of data in general. And data is the backbone of effective customer success manager strategies. So I really want us to talk about a huge in for 2025 is going to be data-driven decisions. So we're not going on vibes this
Yeah.
year. We are using data.
Say bye bye to vibes and hello to concrete data, advanced analytics to enable us to understand customer behavior, identify trends, and make that data into action.
Yeah. I mean, real-time data is a game changer. So it's going to help us respond quickly, prevent issues, and help us deliver more proactive solutions.
Yeah.
So goodbye vibes. Hello, data-driven decisions. For
Totally. Yeah. So for 2025, mastering data for CSMs is not optional. It's the foundation of delivering value, as we mentioned before, that importance of delivering that value and just staying competitive.
Yep, absolutely. And it's important to be competitive right now. The market is so saturated. So we want
Hmm.
to be just on the edge of that, right? So those are the trends that Kat and I are seeing as what's kind of shaping customer success in 2025. So from AI and automation to personalized experiences, these shifts are going to be redefining our work and our role. So it's really important to kind of think of those both separately and what those look like, but how those kind of work together to deliver value and support to our customers.
Yeah. And so, given these trends, Tam, we want to take time to explore and discuss the role of CS ops or
Okay.
customer success operations. It's a growing area of focus in the industry that touches on these trends that we've covered today.
Yeah, absolutely. We're actually, Kat and I are so excited. Our org just got an ops team, and it's amazing because we've already been able to experience the benefits and the value of having an ops team. So, in our next episode, we want to talk about the role of customer success operations. And we actually have a guest who's going to be joining us on the topic. So, that's going to be super fun. If anyone has any questions for our guest, our CS ops guest, you're welcome to submit them to Kat or myself.
Yeah. So, please let us know if you have any specific CS Ops questions. I'm really, really excited for the conversation. And so, with that being said, this concludes our first episode of 2025. Thank you so much for tuning in. Tam and I are so excited to continue this podcast this year. And don't forget to subscribe, share your thoughts, and see you next time.
Yeah, coast to coast, our customer success podcast is in for 2025.
Yes, very good call out. Bye.